welcome students. A very happy morning to all. Today we are going to discuss about another new topic in your 10th class biology, which is very important in this lesson. That is cellular respiration. What is that? Cellular respiration. Then what is meant by cellular respiration? Cellular respiration is a set of metabolic, what is that? A set of metabolic reactions and processes. It is a set of metabolic reactions and processes that takes place in the cells. That takes place in the cells of organisms. Inside our body, what do we have? We have cells. Inside the cell, what is the process is going to take place? That is cellular respiration. Okay, organisms to convert chemical energy from oxygen molecules or nutrients, what we are taking into our body. From that nutrients or from oxygen molecules means by burning oxygen, by the help of oxygen, by burning the nutrients means the food materials, we are able to get energy. And in this process, our body, our cells are able to produce some waste products like carbon dioxide. Is it right? Then see here children, depending on the availability of oxygen, depending on what? Availability of oxygen, cellular respiration is of two types. Cellular respiration is of two types. One is aerobic respiration, another one is anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. By hearing the word, you people may understand aerobic respiration. The cellular respiration takes place in the presence of oxygen. Then such kind of reaction is called as aerobic respiration. If the cellular respiration takes place in the absence of oxygen, then such kind of reaction is called as anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration. Okay. Aerobic respiration takes place in the presence of oxygen. Anaerobic respiration takes place in the absence of oxygen. Okay. If we talk about, we all know that each and every organism, from human beings to different animals, plants and microorganisms, the basic compound which release energy is glucose. Okay, and how this glucose break down inside our body and different organisms' body, we are going to discuss now. See here children, whenever the glucose divides in the cytoplasm, where the division of glucose takes place, it is the first step of cellular respiration. Step 1 for both aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration takes place, means it begins with the same step called as glycolysis. The first step of cellular respiration is glycolysis. The word glycolysis indicates that glycolysis. Here glyco indicates glucose. Lysis means breakdown. The breakdown of glucose molecule is called as glycolysis. Okay, the breakdown of glucose is called as glycolysis. And this glucose, we all know that it is a 6 carbon containing compound. 6 carbons containing compound. That is C6H12O6. How many carbon atoms are present in this? 6. 6 carbon containing compound. Okay. And this 6 carbon containing glucose, it just divide in the cytoplasm of all organisms and it produce 2 pyruvic acids. 2 pyruvic acids, and these 2 pyruvic acids, each one contain 3 carbon atoms. Okay, it is pyruvic acid is three carbon compound. Glucose is 6 carbon compound, but here pyruvic acid is 3 carbon compound. This 3 carbon compound, in the absence of oxygen, or the low availability of oxygen or insufficient amount of oxygen present areas, it just undergo oxidation process. Okay, the pyruvic acid, it just in the further step, it just convert like this. See here children, it takes place inside the body of a bacteria. The pyruvic acid, it just convert into lactic acid and it releases energy, and it releases 2 ATPs. 2 ATPs, low amount of energy, very low energy is released in this process. What is that? Lactic acid. The pyruvic acid is converting inside the bacterial body into lactic acid, and in this process some amount of energy is released. What is that energy? That is 2 ATPs. And the same process, anaerobic respiration, also takes place inside the body of yeast. In the absence of oxygen, some microorganisms, they undergo the process of anaerobic respiration. By this respiration, they convert the pyruvic acid into ethanol. How they are converting? Into ethanol. Okay. And they also produce carbon dioxide. Along with ethanol, they also produce carbon dioxide. Along with this, they also release energy. And here also we are able to find 2 ATP molecules of energy. Okay, 2 ATP molecules of energy. If you observe here, ethanol is 2 carbon containing compound. But here lactic acid, it is 3 carbon containing compound. Okay, 3 carbon containing acid. That's why here there is no formation of carbon dioxide. But here in the yeast, along with the formation of ethanol, a form of alcohol, they also produce carbon dioxide, because ethanol is a 2 carbon containing compound. That's why it is capable to produce carbon dioxide. Okay, here the pyruvic acid containing 3 carbon atoms. But here lactic acid also containing 3 carbon atoms. But in the case of ethanol, it contains only 2 carbons, and remaining carbon is eliminated from the body in the form of carbon dioxide. It is about anaerobic respiration. In prokaryotes, anaerobic respiration takes place inside cytoplasm. Okay, inside the cytoplasm. Then come to the next step. What is that? Aerobic respiration. Now we are going to discuss about aerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration completed. What is meant by anaerobic respiration? The cellular respiration which takes place inside the body of organisms in the absence of oxygen. Okay, in the absence of oxygen, the first step is common for both aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. What is the first step? Glycolysis. What is meant by glycolysis? The breakdown of glucose molecule, the lysis of glucose molecule. And this 6 carbon containing compound divides into 2 molecules of pyruvic acid. And this pyruvic acid, in the absence of oxygen, it undergo in 2 ways. Okay, it takes place in 2 ways. What is the first one? In bacteria, it may convert into lactic acid. The lactic acid also contains 3 carbon compounds, and it releases a less amount of energy. If we talk about yeast and some other microorganisms, it just converts into ethanol, which is containing only 2 carbon atoms and carbon dioxide. Along with this, it also releases carbon dioxide and a little amount of energy, that is about 2 ATPs. Okay, and this process is also called as Fermentation. Fermentation. You heard the word fermentation. What is meant by fermentation? From your lower classes onwards, you people are hearing what is fermentation. For the preparation of idli dosa batters, your mother used the same process in order to get a smoothie structure to our tiffin. We just following the fermentation process. And in the preparation of beverages, certain wines and certain varieties of wine, whiskey, different varieties of beverages will be prepared by the help of yeast, by the help of a process called as fermentation. Okay, is it clear? Then move to the next step. What is that? Aerobic respiration. The next thing is aerobic respiration. If we talk about aerobic respiration, it is very important step as it takes place in higher animals like plants, human beings and other higher animals. They undergo the process of aerobic respiration. In the presence of oxygen, respiration takes place inside our cells. Here, if you want to talk about aerobic respiration, the first step is common. That is glycolysis. Two molecules of pyruvic acid will be released. From that, in different series of steps, this pyruvic acid able to produce carbon dioxide. It can able to produce carbon dioxide, water and energy. Okay, carbon dioxide, water and energy. See here children, in the aerobic respiration, what are the products we are seeing? Carbon dioxide, water and energy. Is it right? Throughout the respiration we are releasing all these substances. Okay, it is not takes place in a single step. It is the first step. In anaerobic respiration, we may find the second step as a Krebs cycle. And the third one is electron transport chain. And the fourth step is phosphorylation. Okay, phosphorylation. Like this, in 4 steps, the aerobic respiration completed, and it may give the products like carbon dioxide, water and energy. Here in the aerobic respiration, more amount of energy will be released. That is about 36 ATP molecules will be released. What is meant by ATP? Adenosine triphosphate. ATP means adenosine triphosphate. If you want to get energy, then the ATP molecule, it contains 3 phosphate bonds. At the last phosphate bond, it just breaks down the phosphate bond, and this phosphate remains as inorganic phosphate. By the breakdown of last phosphate in the ATP, it leads to the formation of ADP. Whenever ADP released into the cell, it releases more amount of energy. How much energy it is releasing? About 7,200 calories of energy will be released by the process of aerobic respiration. But in the anaerobic respiration, what happens? In the anaerobic respiration, only 2 ATP molecules are producing, very less amount when compared with aerobic respiration. Is it clear, children? By this, what do you understand? Yes. If organisms undergo the process of aerobic respiration, they get more energy. If the organisms which are undergoing the process of anaerobic respiration, they get less energy. Is it clear? This is about cellular respiration. And at the same time, if we talk about anaerobic, sometimes we people and some other organisms also undergo the process of anaerobic respiration. Will you believe me? Yes. In some of our body parts, we have different body parts. Is it right? Inside our muscles, anaerobic respiration takes place. When it takes place and how it takes place, For example, if you people are undergoing a strenuous, vigorous exercise, any hard work which is very hard, at that time we people inside our body, especially inside the muscles, our muscles undergo the process of anaerobic respiration. Why? Because the amount of oxygen which is available to the muscles is very low, insufficient. That's why this process may take place inside the muscles. Okay? And by this process, here what we discussed in bacteria, how like bacteria is undergoing anaerobic respiration and how it is producing lactic acid. In the same way, our muscles also able to produce in the anaerobic respiration as a byproduct, that is lactic acid. Whenever the amount of lactic acid increases inside our body, it leads to muscle fatigue. Okay, muscle fatigue. What is meant by muscle fatigue? It is a situation which leads to muscle pain. Okay, muscle pain. Muscle fatigue means alasata. Kandaralu alasipoyini antaru kada adi. Okay, muscle fatigue. And at the same, when this situation happens inside our body, whenever the oxygen availability is less in our body, then it leads to muscle fatigue. And this situation, the insufficient availability of oxygen to our muscles, is called as oxygen debt. That situation is called as oxygen debt. While the athletics who are participating in the running race and different varieties of sports, while they are going to run about more distances, they are unable to supply more amount of oxygen to their muscles. At that time, they undergo the process of anaerobic respiration, especially in their muscles. Okay, after completion of their running race, they just take a long breath, which we call in Telugu as Roppadam. Okay, like that, the people, they may fulfill this condition, oxygen debt condition, by taking more amount of oxygen after completion of a running race. Okay, and the accumulation of lactic acid in their muscle, inside the muscle, it leads to muscular pain. If you people are very new to certain varieties of sports like tennis, volleyball, shuttle, that time you may get near to your hand muscles, you may get a lot of pain. If you are not following the same game for a long time, we may get a lot of muscle pain, muscle fatigue. In order to avoid this condition, we need to take a lot of rest. Otherwise, we have to follow the same game every day at same timings. Then our body adapted to that condition, and whenever that accumulation of lactic acid will be removed from our body, then we will be free from muscular pain. Okay, the accumulation of lactic acid in more quantities inside our muscles leads to a condition called as muscle fatigue. Muscle fatigue. Muscle fatigue means the muscle pain. If you take a lot of more rest, if you give more rest to your body, then you just get rid of this condition. Then we are able to supply more oxygen to our muscles, then immediately it leads to the elimination of lactic acid present inside our muscles. Okay, is it clear? I think you understand well about cellular respiration in today's session. I'll meet you soon with another new session. Thank you for watching.